Today we are going to be putting a camera and a light on this RC truck. Bit of a random project, but I've got a client that needs it, so let's get to it. Quick bit of backstory and context for you. My day job is as a videographer and I'm an FPV pilot, and one of my clients is a construction company who builds Costco's. I've done some pretty cool flights for them. So it turns out I need a PWM converter for the Nano, which means we're gonna move on to the next two parts. I'm gonna replace this front bumper with a piece that'll slide in the same way for the O3 air unit. So we're gonna jump over to the 3D scanning station. And for today's project, they reached out because they built a Costco up on a foundation that's like this big off the ground. I have no clue why. Maybe we'll find out later in the video. And they need to inspect it to make sure there's no cracks or anything happening to the foundation. So because of the ground effect with the drone, and I think it's gonna be like maybe this tall at a few points, and it's also gonna be really dark under there, it doesn't really make sense to fly a drone through there, especially if I need to slowly inspect something and get lots of angles. So we're gonna build a RC truck rig. Thankfully, this shouldn't actually take too much work. We're mainly doing two modifications. One, we're gonna switch out the controller from this Traxxas one to my FPV controller because it's got really good distance with crossfire. And then we're gonna add the O3 unit from this old drone, as well as the crossfire unit, and put it into this truck. And then mount the camera, of course, and the lights. Okay, there's a few things we gotta do. Let's get to it. Making some progress here. I went through all my old electronics bins and I found some fans because we need to cool the O3 air unit while it's on the RC truck. And we're getting rid of all this stuff from the old drone. And we have the important things that we need electronics wise. We got the O3 air unit, a battery, this cool little piece from Chad Rain's FPV that powers the O3 air unit and arms it. And then we'll get this one working once that last piece arrives. So with those electronics working and I got a solid V1 on both mounts, I'm gonna call it a day here and send these to the printer overnight. The last thing is just to mount some lights back here, but I think I'm probably just gonna use some like grip gear. I don't know if I need to 3D print something special for that. I got my 3D prints off of the build plate and installed everything onto the RC truck. It's a pretty simple design, and since I know so little about the requirements for this shoot, I'm planning to mount a camera to the top that I can adjust as needed. Thankfully, this company called Finrisi sent over the HS02 soldering iron. Leading up to this, I've only ever used cheap $10 irons, so it was such a pleasure to use a piece of technology designed properly for its task. The inserts are quick and easy to install, and the 100-watt power cable heated this up super quickly. It comes in a nice little travel pack and will definitely be coming with me on all future FPV trips, as it's perfect for in-the-field use. They sent it over for me to try out, and so far it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Maybe a little bit expensive, the experience was worth it. Anyways, I finally got the PWM converter for the TBS and was able to easily control the truck now from my Tango 2, which was quite fun. I took it for a quick spin around my studio, and the next day I was off to Costco to do the inspection. Sometimes this is the reality of projects like this. I built up this rig expecting the need for high quality photos of the foundation, but upon arriving I found out that the headroom was much smaller than anticipated, so I took the camera off the top right away. No one else on set really knew what was going on either, but we moved the light down and then found out that since the ground is sinking, we were actually needing to look down into these holes. I didn't want to get too close to them because I was worried about falling in. We pushed it as far as we could, but eventually I nearly got stuck and the light was hitting the roof, so I thankfully was able to bring it home, and we all decided it would be best to come back at this in 2 days' time. It's been a mad dash, but this is what the final version looks like. I rebuilt the front DJI O3 air unit module because the fan I was using was the wrong voltage, so I just got a better one. In the mail this morning. I also moved the light up front here for better visibility with less height, added a light on the back so it's easier to see it when it's turned around, And the main changes was installing this carbon fiber rod with a DJI Osmo attached at the front so that we can get a look inside of these holes. Then I attached these tape flags so that I could make sure I wouldn't get stuck. It's gonna be raining on the shoot today, so I'm not sure if I'll get any behind the scenes footage because I got enough going on with all this. So yeah, wish me luck. Once I arrived on set, it was a night and day difference. I felt prepared and like I actually had a good solution this time around. So I got the truck under the parking lot and started exploring. We did 3 separate rounds of out and backs as far as we could, and the crew said that this was very valuable footage and that it was exactly what they were looking for. We were able to get the Osmo camera extended on the pole right into the edge and look down into these holes. Perfect. So there you have it. This is the FPV RC truck inspection rig that I built. Definitely the randomest project of the year so far, but if you need something inspected underneath a foundation, I'm your guy. Hit me up. Yeah, this is gonna be my last video ever in this specific studio space. It's kind of bittersweet, but I'll be moving starting tomorrow. So things are gonna look a little different from now on. All right, I'll see you guys next time.